The Marketing Funnel Strategy Show. More leads. More sales. More predictability.
Introducing Jared Hyman, sales and marketing expert. Introducing Serena Carly, marketing and outsourcing expert.
Hey there everyone, welcome to the Marketing Funnels and Strategy Show for the 28th of January 2022. We're almost another month over. And I was having a conversation with some clients earlier this morning, and there was one thing I found very profound when it came to generating more revenue. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. And you guys know the deal. Every single Monday and every single Friday, we're coming at you 2 times per week with strategies, tactics, ways to be able to generate more leads, revenue for your business, increase your sales. We don't ask anything in return. There's no fee for the show. The only fee is if we add some value to you in some way, shape, or form. All we ask is that you just share the show with somebody you think needs to hear the story or you think could benefit from what we're talking about today. So share it onto your profiles, tag someone below. That's all we ask in return. And the conversations that I was having today were all around looking over the end of month figures for January with our clients. And we've seen some incredible results so far and increases in terms of revenue. The average so far increase has been 10% in a month, where a lot of people say that is very, very slow, right? Traditionally. But a large percentage of it is because people have just had a month off. Right? Or they've just had 2 or 3 weeks off and they haven't been generating any revenue producing activities in that time. And what I'm going to do is talk to you about what the difference was today and how you can also get some immediate results in your business as well. So with the current clients, we were looking at a few different things, which I shared with you in previous videos. It's only a few weeks ago that I spoke about this. Was looking at how many new clients have come in, how many of those new clients were retained every single time, the percentage of them, and then look at how many current clients continue to be retained, upsold, cross-sold services, revenue per day that's coming in for the business, what that's increased by, the differences, and looking into just the metrics of for every hour that your business is work or every staffed hour that your business is work, what's the revenue generated per hour? How do you go about increasing that as well per staff member as well as a result? So one of the biggest things that we noticed in looking at things this month was, how do you go about increasing the amount of sales coming through from what you're currently actively doing? And if we look at like a lot of businesses we're doing and working with heavily in the beauty space at the moment, there's a lot of just messages that go out to keep in touch with clients. There's a lot of messages that go out to be able to acquire first-time clients, but not a level of personalization put into this as well. It might take sort of 2, 3, sometimes 4 minutes to go into sections to shoot messages to clients, to structure those messages and all these types of things. And in that very short period of time, there could have been a conversation had. So a large percentage of what we've been working on is, okay, what's the strategy to be able to get a client from inquire to sale and increase that with as minimal amount of effort as possible? And it's simple to be able to increase your conversion rates by 30 to 50% just by adding in or tagging in a 3 to 5 minute conversation with a new potential client to basically stack the conversation around who we are, starters, introduction on the conversation. Secondly, what's the concern? What's the problem? What's the challenge? What have you tried so far to be able to solve this problem? What's the end goal? What's the end game for you? and then the pitch of the service, the product, whatever that is, followed by a very, very simple assumption close. Shall we book that in for you this week, today, tomorrow, or would you prefer to do next week? Giving options of an assumption close. And just by implementing very simple things like that, increase the conversion rates on what you currently have coming in from, call it 5%, 3 to 5%, through to between 20, 30, 40, even up to 50% of converting more leads into sales just by doing that. But that's just where it starts. We noticed in the 3 clients that I had conversations with earlier that there's over 5,500 people that hadn't been to these businesses in the last 2 months. Active clients, customers, people that hadn't been to the business in the last 2 months. So what is that saying? Untapped conversations, untapped opportunity for a business to be able to acquire an upsell, a cross-sell, and also a downsell, whatever it is that you want to do as part of that. And, you know, like I said to you last week, when you're really, really short on like cash flow gets tight, I gave you some way to be able to do that, to be able to, you know, and if you haven't seen that episode, just go to last week's episode. It's like what to do when cash flow is tight. If you're not in our Facebook group, you can get access to all this very, very easily in our files section, training section. But when cash flow gets tight, you can just use that process. But if you look at it today, right, 2 months, over 5,500 people that hadn't been to the business in the last 2 months just speaks opportunity, right? Especially when we're talking, you know, it's like I say, customers that are coming to you every single month, every single year, you know, it's easy to make a first-time sale. Well, I say it's easy. It's actually very simple to acquire a first-time sale with strategy, with structure. However, the real money is actually made in, you know, what's the new client percentage of upsells or rebookings, depending on your business. And then, you know, once they've been rebooked, what's the retention strategy to continue to get them to come time and time and time and time again. And if you're looking for a little bit of a guide, depending on the industry, I'm just going to talk beauty because that's where we're speaking everywhere today around. And that's a major focus there in the coaching space for our business this year. And it's physically like, what is that percentage of upsell, cross-sell, retention from new client percentage through to then after that retention, upsell of current retained clients. Those two things, how do you increase those percentage rates? And to give you an average, the average industry and the average upsell ratio in that industry is 30%, between 20 to 30%, which is very, very minimal, right? And the average client comes to these businesses between 3 to 4 times per year. We're now getting our clients to 8 times retention and visits on average per year now as well, using these particular strategies that we implement, which takes a little bit longer to talk about on these short sharp sessions that we're looking at doing out this year. In fact, there's 30 different ways to be able to generate leads, which, you know, I go through new ones every week. So you want to go through these as well. And if you're watching the replay at this time, make sure you just let us know below. But something as quick and simple as you can do to be able to retain these, to be able to get these people that hadn't been into your business in a couple of months is a very, very simple message that you can shoot out to the whole database, just saying, hey, we haven't seen you a while in the clinic. We haven't seen you a while in the salon. What's been going on? How can we help you, right? Is there anything we can help you with? Very, very simple, which seems too simple for most people to go, there has to be more to it. But in reality, It's as simple as that. If you send that very simple message, what happens is people say, oh, you know what? I was just thinking about getting my hair done this month. I was just thinking that I needed to do a coaching session with somebody on X. I was just thinking I want to book in a microdermabrasion for this month. I was just thinking that I've been meaning to have a chat to you about X product, right? It just generates that, what's been going through people's mind that can be quite complex for somebody to be able to go, oh, and I need to go on Google. Oh, I need to find a number. Oh, I need to fill in an inquiry form. Or should I just call? Oh, no, maybe I'll just call. Where's the number? Oh, should I shoot him a text message? Oh, I've got this, I don't want to have a 10-minute conversation now because, I've got to take the kids to X, or I've got to do this, or I've got to do that, or I've got to do something else. But by the business actively doing the reach out, something very simple can re-engage a minimum of 5 to 10 people for this week for your business in bookings, depending on your database size. But there's generally always, if there's at least 200 people in your database, there's 5 to 10 bookings you can get like that to generate revenue for your business this week, bookings for your business this week, or as early as next week, because, we are on Friday now and tomorrow's Saturday. So for some of you, you might do 3/4 days on Saturday. I don't know what it is, but that's where the untapped opportunity lies. And, if you're not doing this type of stuff on a regular cadence, because if you do here's the thing, if you do it too regularly, people won't want your messages and it will seem very bland and very automated, right? If you do it too often. But if you don't do it regular enough, you lose customers to other businesses because the other businesses are doing more than what you're currently doing right now, and they're marketing new offers and all these types of things, and people are starting to every single day consider your competitors to work with. So your business needs to be more active. And, when I'm saying there's 30 different ways to be able to acquire revenue this month, generate leads, generate bookings, generate sales, these are the things that you can do, right? And I know guaranteed 99.99% of the time, every single advert that we turn on, within 24 hours, it gets inquiries. Because we've been doing it long enough now to know that 99.99% of the time, every single time, it generates inquiries. So without a freaking doubt, it does it, because we've got it narrowed down to some very, very specific ways to advertise for social media, very, very specific ways to be able to upsell and cross-sell and downsell new client retention strategies, and then to upsell, cross-sell, and downsell existing client retention strategies, which people don't break up, by the way. They go, oh my God, I've got a 35 or a 40% retention rate of my customers, but they don't realize that they're 10% on their new clients, and they're 45 on their current clients, right? Retention of their current existing clients, which is still good, right? Those 10% will still retain 45% of them. But if you were 50% new client retention, right, which is 5 times the amount that you currently are, and then you were 45% retention of existing clients, that I'm sure you can agree is so much more powerful. So, and this is exactly what you've got to understand as follow on from my conversation last week and follow on from my exact conversations that I had this month with businesses for their end of month sort of checkups to see, okay, this is what we've done. This is what's happening. This is where to go from here. So I'm excited to see you guys go and implement all of this as well now. So whether you're watching the current live or whether you're watching the recording, it's completely up to you. But every single week, we're going to be going live in our Facebook groups, live on the page, going through and helping you guys to be able to implement and do this. And it is literally as simple as this, doing exactly what it takes for you to be able to up-level your business, generate revenue this week, the activities that you should be doing, the higher priced activities that you should be doing every single day as a business owner. If you're in the early stages, you do everything, right? Until you get to a point where you can reinvest back into higher help, right? Or if you are existing right now and you've got people on board, they do a lot of the simple activities that generate $30 an hour, revenue tasks. And you as the business owner do the $300, $400, $500,000 an hour type activities, which, for some of you might seem, wow, that's a very high rate. But that's what can be achieved with some focus over time, right? Most people completely overestimate what they can do today and underestimate what they can really do over the next 30, 60, 90, 120 days, 6 months, 365 days of this calendar year. And that's exactly where I want you to focus on, the 365 days of this calendar year, where you're going to be at the end of the year as well. Because we literally mapped out with one of our clients this morning how adding a very simple revenue system can help them add over $500,000 worth of revenue this year should we hit these certain classifications with the switch up in their strategy, which I mentioned to you right at the start of this conversation. So if you want to know what that is, go back to the start of this, watch this video again, and then go away and work out what is it going to look like for your business so you can start doing more of what you are able to achieve. And that's me for today. If you enjoyed the episode, go and share the episode, right? Comment, tag someone below. Share it out to somebody you think needs to hear this. Even if you don't know who needs to hear this, just send it out. The right people will get it. And if you don't fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day you must make it happen. And remember to be the warrior. I will see you guys Monday, 1 p.m. Perth time. That's 1 p.m. Perth time, 3 p.m. Queensland, 4 p.m. New South Wales and Victoria. And that is 6 p.m. in New Zealand. Look forward to seeing you guys Monday, 1 o'clock. Speak to you then.